blog several years ago, not knowing what to expect. And I specialize in environmental and greening issues. So I really talk about doing good things for your neighbors every day. And I try to blog. I don't blog every day. That would kill me. I don't know how you manage that. But I do several times a week. So I write about 4,000 words per week. So that gets to be quite a lot. And what I found is video not only brings more people in, but it also really gives me, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. This really works very, very well. So after I blogged for about a year, I gained a lot of credibility in the community, and I was really gifted because now I get sponsors out the ears. It's been kind of wonderful, actually. And one of my sponsors was the Olympus Company. So in the spring, in March, I eco-blogged. I went for 14 days to Mexico, and I did an eco-blogging adventure where I wrote every single day for 14 days, and then I took photos. And I had contacted Olympus and said, I don't have the money to buy an underwater camera. Will you send me one? So they sent me this. And I also gave one away on the blog. And this is what I do all my videoing with. It's pretty simple, and it doesn't give you a lot of extra features. But if you go out and you see my videos on YouTube, I have a whole channel now, and no one would ever know that it's just this little camera that's done the whole thing. And so I guess what I would like to learn more about is how all the bloggers out there that are using our little bitty cameras can make it look far more professional. So that would be my question after all this. Professionalism is key, and making sure that the message is connected to what I'm writing about, of course, is very important. But if any of you afterwards have any great ideas to help me with better videoing, will you please come up and let me know, because I'd like to know. I'd like some answers.
Who in here watches YouTube videos at least once a day? Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, twice a day? Okay. All right, and then, so that's great. I mean, there are a lot of people watching videos. Who uses video in their marketing or their communications? That's great. And how about let's see, personal? Who uses video for personal use? Okay. Who has their own YouTube channel? This is a video? You guys, wow. Very video adept group. That's amazing. Okay. And then, who uses a flip? Let's just think about equipment. Okay. Who uses like a VHS or digital recorder like a Sony? Okay. And then who uses, for software editing, who uses Mac? All right. How about Windows, isn't Windows Movie Maker?
Yeah.
Oh, a few people.
Vegas.
Okay. Who watches video on their phone? Okay, great.
I just read it out of text.
How about, what else can you watch? Oh, you can watch video on iPods, right? Yeah. Okay, that's what my kids taught me. They watch videos on their iPods. So now I do too. Okay, well that's kind of a cool group survey. Who else wants to talk about video here?
I do.
Okay, I think Jen would be a good person. Yes, and if you want to talk about production, I'm sure Jen can help you too. That was nice statement.
I did not fall. So I'm Jen. I go by Jen Chicago. I make a lot of videos. I started about a year ago when I moved to Chicago. And what I wanted to ask you, you know, and I think, now I don't know, mostly maybe for Kelly, and maybe even, I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. It's
Phoebe.
You know, like when you go to a concert and you're like, this is going to be sweet when I'm done recording this, but you don't get to have fun at the concert, you know? Right? And I don't know. I mean, I think that that's part of like being good at video too. And that's what I was going to ask Kelly. It's like, you know, that's something that I think, you know, that's so nice about video right now is that anyone can do it, but it's not necessarily as easy as it seems. I mean, you really have to think about that. And then probably you have to be your own editor. And I guess my question is, where do you guys find the balance between what you think is good and what you just think, this is what I want to put out versus, you know, how much information are you getting from the peanut gallery? I mean, obviously at 40 million, you're like, I can say that's probably a win on that video, right?
I totally agree with you, and for those of you that don't know, I'm also part of the Ford Fiesta movement, so I'm driving one of their brand new cars, and a lot of what I'm required to do, quote unquote, is make at least one video a month a project. And in the beginning, as someone who's vlogged all the time, you know, I just put my camera up on a tripod at home and I shoot my video, and I edit. I really don't edit it. I don't script it. It's boom, it's done. But when I'm doing things for Ford, it's funny because when I'm sent to go on a trip, and yes, I mean the trip is paid for and it's fun and it's exciting, but when you're required to shoot video and you're going to an event, you're like, okay, I'm attending this event and I'm excited about it, but now I have to stand there myself and shoot video. It takes away, yes, from what, and it requires a lot more planning. So when you're actually producing a video and knowing that you have to edit it and bring it home, and you've got to think about the length of the video. I mean, when I produced my first video for Ford, I came home and they said, make a 5-minute video. And I came home, I had, I think 4 hours of video to edit down. And I literally was like, are you kidding me? And I kept editing, and then I'd go, okay, I've cut out a bunch of stuff. And then it was 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'm like, oh my God. And everything I wanted to include. So yeah, when you're doing it on a personal level, you can decide whatever you want, but when it does become a business, you know, then you cross that line of, you know, when do I need to really hire people? It really depends on your audience. For me, yeah, it's transformed into a business opportunity and I'm thankful for it, but it's a huge time commitment. It really becomes a huge time commitment, and it's something to think about and consider, you know, when you're getting into it. But I will never say that I don't love every second of it. It's a time commitment, but I love it.
With my videos, it's just the kinds of things. I don't really edit them very much, just because it's just like it's a song. And then as far as you said, how do you find the time to still enjoy myself? I only really video a few songs, maybe per set, and then go from there. And what I'm trying to do with this, I actually have a music website, and we just report on like maybe venues around Chicago and different bands that are local to Chicago. So we're trying to get it. That's how as far as it's marketing. I don't know if I'm addressing your question.
No, that's totally it. But see, that's what I was gonna say. Like I was at the Billy Joel concert, and like every song I wanted to record was a song I wanted to dance to, and that it didn't really turn out.
Because if you're dancing, then the video is all shaky. So just only a couple songs, and then you're good. So.
I have a little bit of something to say on the video. To answer your question, I actually got married pretty recently on August 1st. My beautiful wife is over there in the purple. Stand up, Angel. Okay, or wave. That's cool too. You can just wave. And you know what? Our uncle recorded the whole wedding, and just a few days ago, actually, we got the DVDs. We're so excited to like pull them out of the package because you know we're like, okay, he's professional, he knows what he's doing. It was like watching Cloverfield. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but like you can like get sick watching it because the camera moves around so much. And you know, I mean, I love Uncle Larry, and he's a great guy, and it was so nice of him to do it for free. Yeah, no, and you know, he did it with love, but you know, I was just thinking, you know, he did what are some things that you know we would have loved to have seen? I think interacting with the people that he's videoing, that would have been great. You know, if he you know, when he went up to my grandma, you know, like asked her a couple questions, talked to her a little bit. There really wasn't any interaction between him and the people that he was taping. He was trying to be a fly on the wall, and you know, I think that's good. But I think there are times where you do want to put yourself out there. So I mean, so that's one thing that, you know, I would have been great because he has such a great outgoing personality. And you know, another thing is yeah, just not being afraid to get in people's faces. It was something really ironic. Our wedding photographer, another friend of ours from college, was amazing. He took the best pictures that I've ever seen for a wedding. Not just because I was in them. But no, but he took great pictures, and but he was not afraid to get in our face, and he was not afraid to be there at our first kiss as a married couple, like 3 feet away. So
Well, people are used to pictures now, but they're still, you know, a little shrieking a little bit when you put a camera in their face.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I don't know. I think as far as producing high quality videos, yeah, you know, I think part of it's the kind of equipment that you use, but I think the other part is the personality that you bring to it.
I think a lot of it has to do with your role at the event too. Like, excuse me, like this evening I agreed to make a video of the event, so you know, I probably talked to 3 or 4 people and that's it, because I need to concentrate on making the video and I want to make the highest quality video I can, so I need to get the shots I need to get interviews or whatever, you know, whatever I want to get. So my role tonight is more of behind the scenes camera guy, whereas normally at a SIPC event I'm a participant and I could talk to people. You know, it depends on the quality. I could probably do a lot more networking and a little bit less video, but it might be not as good of a video in the end. So I think it really depends on your role. So when you go to a concert, you have to decide, well, do I want to make an awesome kick-ass video, or do I want to dance the Piano Man? And I would definitely dance the Piano Man.
I dance.
Let someone else do the video.
Oh, I dance.
But to me, it kind of comes down to what is your role and what is your goal of the event.
But sometimes, it just almost from a business or an opportunity perspective, when you're first starting to maybe shoot events that you think might be interesting to other people. One of the first events that I shot was in New York, which was Gary Vee, and I didn't realize it. I thought everybody would be shooting video, right? But I was there and I was trying to be discreet. So I had my camera and I went when he got up there, and I remember I was just kind of watching like you and wanting to listen, but I'm kind of bringing my camera up. Well, it turns out I was really the only person that caught that video, that keynote speech. And so it's funny because now everybody that's watching that video, they watch the beginning and it's my camera going, you know, and just total blackness, and everybody had to comment and go, it gets better in 2 minutes. But seriously, like if I would have known in retrospect, I really should be concentrating on getting that camera up and bringing my tripod. If you're taping something that's 20 or 30 minutes and it's a keynote and you're the only one shooting that video, keep in mind your arm's gonna get tired. I mean, these are just little things, but I was the only one that shot that video. If I would have known this in retrospect, I would have paid a lot more attention to equipment and setting it up prior to him coming into the show. So if you think that you might have an audience or be able to, you know, share this in a professional setting, do think about that going forward. Just made me think of that.
Hi everyone, Will English the Fourth on Twitter. It's Will English IV. I'm a blogger and I also engage a lot in social media. I know most of the people in the room, so hi everybody. My question in regards to a concern that's brought up multiple times in my realm of working is that people are concerned about what their image is online. And I know for me that I'm afraid of doing video at the current time, because as much as I can talk about whatever I want to and have the freedom of doing it, there's a consequence of it. Somebody may interpret it a certain way, and the unintended audience, the unintended person. So I was wondering how you guys felt about that. Is there a line between being professional and being personal about it? Is there some kind of line that you don't cross, or because what it makes it sound like Tim and Kelly, you kind of center your careers around being on video and being visible and being online and authentic. But for me, I'm afraid of making that step, and I have a hard time convincing anyone else to even do social media, because it's like, well, I'm putting myself out there. So that's maybe one question or one area, but the second of it is video is like the last frontier for me.
I'd start up by saying video is definitely not for everyone to be the star of. Like, I'm not in my own videos. I mean, I'm ugly and I talk fast. But, Gary Vee's a great example of people. Some people have a face for radio, right? Some people just aren't charismatic on the camera, like I said myself. But Gary Vee is an excellent example of someone who's born to be on camera. You know what I mean? Like, he is well on camera, that's his image. So I mean, I'd say the first step when you're thinking about doing video and thinking about how to affect your image is maybe tape yourself, and show it to a few people and see if you have the personality. Because if you don't, it doesn't mean you can't make video, it just means you gotta find talent that's good on video. There's a reason that the people who are on the newscasts are on the newscasts, because they're very good at what they do, So
it's very ironic, because I could see myself reading the news, but I can't see myself having a personality. I couldn't talk to the guy next to him and crack a joke. I could report the news and deliver with deadpan. And today, somebody dropped a bomb in New York, something like that.
Well, and the other thing too, I mean, with anything, you get better over time. So I mean, just start filming yourself every day for a few weeks, and then watch it and learn from it, and think, oh, you can do this better. And then after a month, put it on YouTube and see what other people think.
I have to agree to what you said in that there's some people, and I'm not saying this like I'm an expert, this is a statistic, there's some people that should be on video and then some people that aren't. And I didn't understand when I first started doing my video, and again, I had no agenda. I literally was doing this as a hobby. I had no idea there would cross over into anything I was doing with business. But I remember that people that would watch my video, whether they'd struggle through from Twitter or whatever, they'd say, you know, you've really found your niche. That's you know, the camera loves you, or something to that nature. And people think I script it. They think that I plan it out. I don't. The only thing I worry about is if I look fat, or if, you know, I have a zit, I'm going to cover it up. That's it. I'm you know, a little shallow that way. But the thing is, when I started to watch other people, some other bloggers that were saying, you know what, I'm going to start doing video. And you see some people that do video, and even if they have a great personality, there's some people it doesn't translate. Yeah. So to that effect, I totally agree, because there's some people on video, they might have something to say and they're not comfortable, where they're like, you know, and it's uncomfortable. So to that degree, you can have a great personality. You're going to know if you're good on video. I mean, you'll get feedback right away. But there's also things to consider. You'll get all kinds of attention that you're not expecting. I won't even go into that. People that know me know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we don't have to.
And all kinds of feedback that you're not expecting. So there's that as well. But I would just say try it. And don't worry about what line to cross. The biggest thing everybody says is be yourself, be yourself. Okay. If you go on there and worry about, should I say this, should I not talk about this, you're going to be too tense and it won't translate. So be yourself, be yourself, be yourself.
I'm Gabe Strom, if we haven't met yet. I want to meet a lot of you guys, but that's a good question, Will. I'm glad you brought that up. I've been doing videos for about a year and a half, too. I'm just not as organized like Kelly to pick one theme and stick to it. But I want to give you a little tip that's really helped me when making videos, because one of the biggest challenges when you start is, what do I make them about? How are people going to respond to it? And how do I make really good videos? And I don't know if any of you guys have started doing videos. You do like 2 takes and then 5 takes and it turns into 10. You can't quite get the right shot. But here's a really simple 3-step formula that always helps me when I make a video that kind of runs through my head. If I can hit this, then all the other stuff doesn't matter. But if you can, A, create curiosity for your audience, get them to watch it. B, number 2, give them good value, give them something worth watching so they'll come back. And the third step is just give them a really clear call to action, something to do. It could be subscribe to my YouTube channel, it could be as a business hit my newsletter, you know, become a fan of the fan page on Facebook. They have that new feature where you can become a fan right from the video. Whatever it is, just create curiosity, deliver value, and give a real clear call to action. And also something that will really help, some of my best videos have been when I mess up. And something I think we can all resonate with. All of us are imperfect, we all goof up, and if you can take that authenticity to the next level and be so real that you can actually mess up on camera, people love it. They love seeing you mess up, and they will watch your videos. So bloopers, that kind of stuff's, Kelly's shaking her head, that stuff's good, that's real stuff. So if you sit down and do the video and it looks horrible the first time, that's probably a good thing, but that's kind of the formula, so hopefully that'll help you guys. And if we haven't met yet, I want to meet all of you, which is why I came, so. Where did our line go over here? We lost everybody. Scared them off.
Gabe, what's your Twitter name again?
My Twitter is @GabeStrom. I was the goofy gentleman with headphones and the green background on the Twitter stream. So.
What kind of video could you not live without? You all can answer that question in your mind. What kind of video could you not live without? There are so many different kinds of videos to watch, so.
That's a tough one, actually. But sometimes when I'm working on various things on the computer, I'll put videos on in the background. I love to listen to podcasts or video series. So to me, the kind of video I can't live without is the kind of video that I try and put in the background and just listen to, and I can't. I have to watch it because it's either so beautiful visually or it's the person's compelling to watch or something. If I have to watch it and I can't just listen, that's a video I can't live without.
Wow. I mean, I feel like I'm surrounded by the videos that my company produces, and you know, I really like to love what we do. So that's something that I could definitely not live without. The other thing is collegehumor.com, you know, sketch comedy. It's pretty funny.
Aside from the concert videos that I do, I mean, obviously I like those kinds of videos and music videos and that, but I would also say that this is probably taken from the fact that my brother skateboards, but I absolutely love skate videos just because the music that's used in them and the way it's edited is just so cool to watch. So I would have to say that.
This could be detailed, but I'm just going to say it. I watch everything video, and I don't watch a lot of TV. I would say the first video I couldn't do without is Gary Vee, because seeing his Web 2.0 conference in November really changed my life and got me going on this whole direction. A lot of what I watch video on is going to be what motivates me, what keeps me going. So I'm on YouTube all the time. If there's anything that I want to find out, I want to see it on video. If it has to do with fitness, I'm going to look up how to work out, how to do this. Talking about our authors, I'm reading their book currently. I would love to be able to tune in and see that, because I'm inspired by these types of authors. I'm inspired by what they say. This is the type of stuff that I tweet about and I share, and people go, oh my gosh, that's great. And then you think about it all day. If you could have that, as a channel and have more of that, anything that people are reading or seeing can translate great to video. And that's what a lot of when I'm working with clients, I'm telling them. Do what you do in the written word or in your business and get it on video, because that will keep people coming back to your site. And it is what it is. So I can't, did I answer the question? I can't live without YouTube, maybe, just everything on video.
Yeah, and as a mom, I'd have to say the videos I can't live without are the ones of my kids when they were little, which has nothing to do with business or anything, but I would say that if you have something in your life you really love, make sure you have it on tape. So, thank you so much.
I'm now being recorded on Darren's little black video. He's doing like a 360 around me. He's like going, now he's zooming in. So, anyway, yeah, we made the train, I think.
What a weird place for a plant to grow, right next to a train track. You gotta respect the plant. It's like, serious. This plant, it just said, hey, I'm gonna grow. I don't care that I'm next to a train track. I gotta do what I gotta do. Some people, they give you nasty looks. Some people look away. Nobody really embraces it. Nobody just like,
oh really?
You'd think there'd be more hams. I would be the ham, You think there'd be a single ham, like somebody who just jumps in the...
First of all, Alicia Kahn trying to explain social media to a bunch of old former entrepreneurs from around the world. She went through television, newspapers, radio, and was trying to explain how social or media has evolved, and all of a sudden people raise their hand, I understand social media, that's like cable, right? So it's not really where we've advanced to. So we've taken those individuals and moved them into a separate department. They're working on our mail surveys moving forward. Now, my boss actually still prints his Twitter output and then faxes it to me. Where we're really understanding how to use all that information. So you keep tweeting, you keep blogging, and we'll keep trying to figure out what it all means. So thank you very much, and it was enjoyable to be here.
I'm Tim John. It's @TimJohn on Twitter, TimJahn. I'm using video currently at the moment to tell everyone else in the world and all of you guys here in Chicago about all the creative companies we have hanging out here and doing amazing work at BeyondThePedalway.com. I do a variety of other freelance video work. And again, you've heard about me.
I'm Matt. I work for Simple Truths, and I don't know if you're familiar with our stuff that much, but actually one of the ways that we drive our business, our real engine behind what we do, and the feature that makes us unique are the short inspirational movies that we do. Like Barbara said, we have one movie called The Dash, which is basically pictures and the text from one of our books. It's a poem put into a flash movie. That's been viewed over 40 million times, and if you think about it, it's pretty good advertising for us as compared to the typical Google AdWords or something that you put up on Facebook. It's been my responsibility at our company to take care of all the social media. I've been working with Barbara a lot with that, and I set up a Facebook page, a LinkedIn group, a Twitter account, which we previous to 4 months ago when I got hired didn't even have. We had like 2 videos up on YouTube, so I've been loading those up and really letting the social media community get a piece of our videos. And then on a personal note, I use a lot of videos for martial arts. I've been doing Taekwondo and Wushu for probably about like 15 years now, I think. But it's been great to tape other people and learn from their videos. So.
Hello, I'm Phoebe Svoboda. I'm currently a junior at Columbia College, Chicago, right down the street. I'm major in music business management, so a lot of the stuff that I do with video relates back to that. A large part of my life right now is music. I'm just trying to immerse myself as much as I can in the local Chicago music scene. And when I go to these concerts, I'll take videos of the songs that are being played, and then I'll post them to my YouTube account. And people my age really like to watch these videos, so I've gotten a lot of views just from people being interested in music. So a lot of what I do just revolves around music.
It was funny because we were talking about how we use video, and I asked her about shooting concert video because I went to Nickelback and I tried to shoot concert video and I got busted. So they actually escorted me out, and then I found out, silly because I'm so honest, that I said, well, I can delete it, and the guy was like, yeah, just go ahead and delete it. And I didn't realize that he was being nice and saying, you can keep it, I'm not going to tell anybody. But I deleted it because I was too honest. But anyway, that's just a little side story. My name's Kelly Alexa, and I actually have a website that's not for business purposes. It's always been kind of my hobby. I have a passion for fitness. And I started blogging probably about a year and a half ago, and I made a commitment to myself that I would blog every day. And I had this feeling that I needed to buy a video camera to really bring Kelly Alexa to the world, because there were probably 3 people watching me. But once I added video and just me talking about whatever that had to do with my workout, or what protein powder I was using, what have you, I added video to my site in October or November of last year. My site traffic quadrupled, and now I have people in, some people just tune into my YouTube channel, but they watch from all over the world, and it has totally changed my hobby into somewhat of a business. Because now people were finding me and saying, you know, can you show me how to use video for my business? Can you come vlog at this event for us? So it's completely transformed everything I do, and I can't live without it.